Well, first of all, Dr. Kamrul Ahsan, adjunct professor of Stanford University in Bangladesh, and is the former director of BARD, Bangladesh Academy for Rural Development, sorry. So he is a well-known researcher and scholar, and also the administrator, and he will give a very great speech today. Okay, let's start with his speech now. You will watch the pre-recorded video clip for around 17 minutes.
Respected chair, organizer of the conference, discussant, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to be here with you in this session. The title of my presentation, you have seen in the screen, International Development Cooperation in the Post-COVID-19 World, Implications of the Saemaul Development. There are 16 active slides in my presentation. I hope to complete my presentation within 15 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly allow me to speak first. Bangladesh has a long history of community development, but structure way community development started in 1960 with the adoption and implementation of Kumilla model for rural development. And this is Kumilla model of rural development. Kumilla model of rural development is the combination of three infrastructure. You have seen there: physical infrastructure, institutional infrastructure, and administrative infrastructure. And back to 1950 and 1960, about 80% population of the country live below the poverty line. In rural areas, moneylenders and few rich people exploited the whole community. In 1963, two-tier cooperatives for farmers were introduced to all over the country. One or two farmers' organizations were established in each village. And now, over the decades, this farmers' organization changed into the Comprehensive Village Development Program in 2005 as a government program. This Comprehensive Village Development Program is a change of the farm community, and it is not only for the farmers' organization. It is organization for all villagers, irrespective of professions, irrespective of the landholding size, and irrespective of the gender. So this is in 2005, government took this as a replication all over the country in 2005. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in 2007, I took the initiative to develop the Saemaul Undong, blending with the local values of the Comprehensive Village Development Program. And you see the slide here. The criteria is given: diligence, self-help, and cooperation. In the third row, spirit of Saemaul Undong, and in the last row, I just compute the criteria of the self-help diligence in our local values. And on the basis of that, I approach a project to the government, and Korea International Cooperation Agency. So and Bangladesh Academy and Bangladesh Academy government came forward, and from July 2008 to February 2012, almost 4 years time, we implemented a blending project of Saemaul Undong in 20 villages of a sub-district of Bangladesh in two unions. Ladies and gentlemen, just time is very short, so I'm just key message, the skeleton picture I'd like to present in front of you. So we carry out the evaluation, and the evaluation says that in terms of income responses per capita, in 2009, in one union, we took 20 villages. So 20 villages, 10 villages from two unions. On Shodor, 10 villages, the average is $1,370. And in 2021, it reached to $3,661, almost 2.5 times. In other project area, that means the two other union, 10 villages, the average is $1,692. And in 2021, it is $3,167. You see the increase of the, the increase of the the per capita income. And non-monetary gain was the mindset change of the people. That is the blessing of the SME, self-development and leadership development take place, and law and order situation, because many infrastructure take place in the village. So law and order situation of the village took place, and development capacity of the primary education enhanced. So ladies and gentlemen, now I've come to the sixth point, the COVID responses of the village societies. That was a big challenge. What are the responses of the COVID villages? In that case, before coming to you, I just carry out a survey in 5 villages of these two societies, 5 villages, to give you a sense how they face the COVID situation. And I use the tool of rapid rural appraisal, and I took the focus group discussion and case study and personal observations. And you see that just the figure is here. The capital formation by village-based organization 2 consecutive years. That means before the COVID 1 years and before and after that and after and running and COVID year, this and COVID year for 1 year is before the COVID and 1 year during the COVID. And in all cases that the capital formation decrease, and it is the amount, to give you sense, it is about minus 335 to 600 US dollar in 5 societies. This is the range of the changes. And then come to the point of the poverty situation. Poverty situation in all villages. Poverty situation increased in 5 villages due to the COVID, because everything was stunted. So growth is stunted, then the employment was stunted, business was stunted. So the poverty increased in all 5 villages we studied, and the amount of the magnitude of the poverty was 9 to 25%. So it is almost national. The government of Bangladesh assumes that an addition of 15 to 20% poverty level will increase in Bangladesh. So it is the same feature in here. So ladies and gentlemen, now come to the point of what is the infection of the COVID. According to the five villages we survey, then 4 villages were infected with the COVID. And these are the number of infected people, 2 to 55. People died there due to the COVID is 1 to 12, and vaccinated 10 to 750. Now vaccination program is going on very fast. Ladies and gentlemen, I have very short time, so I'm not detailing all the things. I'm just sharing with you the 100% consensus in the slide. That is the step adopted to address the COVID situation by the village society, by the community. Then the community says that benefit of business was distributed, benefit business of the community, of the cooperative society was distributed through the general meeting, 100% consensus. And advisory service given to the members through weekly meeting, that was 100%. Rest I'm not reading out. The slide is there. I think you will kindly go through it. And in case of the societies got support from the government. Government, they said that got rice, pulses, edible oil, sugar, etc. as relief, and treatment provided by the local pharmacy. This is the common consensus. 100% people say that of the villages. In case of plan to cooperatives to development issue overcome the losses of pandemic. After the pandemic, what they will do? They said 100% consensus, 5 things. And in case of the government, they say 3%, there are 3 issues they need. In case of for their own, they say that we'll enhance the program in terms of, they enhance the program of, we'll enhance the credit program in terms of both volume and number, and then we'll arrange training on different trades to enhance the income generating activities. We'll ensure regular deposit, share, and savings. This is one sort of capital formation, and we'll adopt more development projects, because these societies adopt development projects every year. Added support and services will be provided from the cooperatives. From the community will provide, the cooperatives will provide all the villagers added support and service. In case of government, these cooperative societies, the village organizations said government should provide them some more trade-based training to enhance their skill. And also they say that enhance support and services, because their nation building department is sub-district level. So enhance support of this nation building department. 22 nation building departments, government organizations are there sub-district. They need added support from them. And also they need some credit from the government. In normal case, in general case, the farmers organization provide credit from their own. But in this particular case, as a great pandemic is over, has taken place, so they said that they need some money from the government too, with zero interest, with low interest, or very minimum interest. Now coming to the policy implications, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important, and I strongly believe that the localizing of SMU, Saemaul Undong, can give respectful lives to the poor, people all are in different countries. The present approach of localizing SMU should be more broad-based. So I have put here 6 suggestions. One is the coordination. What is the coordination? Saemaul coordination, planning, and budgeting of Saemaul development works, including the project implementation under developed and developing countries, between and among the SGL, COICA, KRC, PSPS, and other related organizations. That is very important to make it the more smoother approach, and also the the budgeting and saving the money efficiency will be more. So carry out the close cooperation, and all these organizations can make a body together how to make the implementation and the monitoring, and also in case of evaluation. And high level committee with the representatives of SGL, COICA, KRC, PSPS, and concerned organization can be reviewed the performance at regular intervals. This is my first suggestions. And second suggestion, the project implementation. Project implementation is a very important issue, because in all developed countries, to give you sense, in Bangladesh, about the annual budget in 2021-22, it is $42 billion US, and out of that, $24 billion has been invested for project implementation. So project implementation provided, the employment, provided the growth, and also make the lives easier for the common people. So in case of annual ADB, so in case of during the time of COVID, so project implementation was stunted. So the COICA supported, or the KRC supported, or the PSP supported project in developing and underdeveloped countries. That should be being very streamlined as soon as possible. That is my first suggestion. In second suggestion, I should say that the long-term project is also there, and they need due attention. Ladies and gentlemen, third point is that enhance the collaboration with international and regional organizations. That is very important. Nowadays, SGL, as I know that SGL does not deal with the country, but I should say that that should be more important to incorporate international and regional organizations using the platform for effective implementation of the spirit of SMO, because SME implementation with respect to the local values, it is a long distance to go. So I suggest here, for an example, Africa Asia Rural Development Organization is an organization of 20 or 30, sorry, it is 30 member countries, intergovernmental organization, 15 from Africa and 15 from Asia. So this organization has good linkages, and they are interested. So if SGL or PSPS can use this platform, so to localize this is a very this valuable approach, the SMU, the self-respect, and it has a self-driven force. So they will be happy to this one. I think the policy planners may take look into the matter. Accordingly, like the CEDAP is also there, Central Integrated Rural Development for Asia and the Pacific. So this is very important to use other platform for collaborating this one, because they have their already established challenge. And ARDO has a number of projects, a number of experimental projects in Africa, because it works since 1960. Ladies and gentlemen, now come to the establishment of global research wing in SGL or PSPS. That is very important. Data generation has been given very importance in SDGs of the United Nations. Data generation, because it is the prior requirement for proper planning and implementing the planning proper way. So we need to develop data of different underdeveloped and developing countries. So SGL should encourage should have a research cell, and the establishment this research cell generate data and also use this one for planning and exchange of views. It has a diversified use. And also in the long run, regional research wing of SGL or PSPS can be established by 4 to 5 subcontinents wing on the basis of context in the long run to ensure establishment of strong database and consistent and sustainable development of SMU in different countries. And I should suggest another one, a keynote paper may be prepared and presented on generated data in different countries, underdeveloped and developed countries where SMU is working, in Saemaul Undong globally each year. So before launching the conference, so it may be in PSPS, it may be in one, they can give a keynote paper on that. And on the basis of that, and workshop can be done. That workshop gives some pragmatic suggestions for the development. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm comfortable holding for workshop. Workshop on the basis of need between and among the number of countries and partners, local and regional organizations can help getting grassroots suggestions for better development of SVO. This workshop should be done in Korea, not necessarily. It can be done with the 3 to 4 countries, 4 to countries where the similar thing was there. Because workshop provides us suggestion. Workshop provides us the suggestion, grassroots suggestion that can be computed with the data given in the research week. So holding a workshop, that can be one. And I suggest that encourage development under the emphasis should be given at least one workshop in a year. Any part of the world, among 2 or 3 countries, among 4 or 5 countries can be done. And cost sharing cost sharing is there. In all cases, SGLN cannot provide because these countries underdeveloped, they should come forward. Countries like communities, individual leaders should be encouraged for some sort of arrangement should be done in cost sharing to hold this for holding this type of workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, exchange program. This is the exchange program. This is also say one experience group, one success group in one country can visit to other country, and leaders, related person, development workers, a visit can be done. That can be done locally. That can be done with the guidance of the SGL, with the guidance of the PSPS, and that is on the basis of the need. That is important. And I also suggest here that is cost sharing between among the countries, community, and individuals can be encouraged for holding this type of exchange program. SGL can play the role of catalyst, and PSPS also can play the role of catalyst in this sector. In this case, ladies and gentlemen, I have talked too much. I have to stop here because time is over. Thank you very much for your kind patience.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ahsan. Is he with us? Huh? Anyway, well, his speech provides some very important suggestions for how we can overcome the problems and crises that we face in the corona pandemic era, and how we approach the post-corona world. Anyway, let's give him a big applause again for his speech.